between members. And the energy of money is the physical representation of the energy that is flowing between people. One of the reasons that now we're manifesting digital money is because it shows that the energy is not physical. It's really something that we cannot touch with our hands, but we can control with our minds, because we can control with our minds what's happening on a laptop. And if there is debt at a global scale, it's not because of some banks. It's because we, at a global scales, we don't love each other the way we should do. We don't have unconditional love. And in any relationship, when there is negative energy, when there's hate, when there is treason, when there's betrayal, when there's someone taking someone else's energy, like an energy vampire, that is where depth is being created. And the ancient, they used to call this karma. Now we call it money because the ego doesn't see energy. And as the ego doesn't see energy, the ego needs to manifest something that's tangible for it, something that it can understand, you know. When you say energy to the ego doesn't understand what is energy. The ego is stuck. It doesn't see flow. So when money is moving, the ego can understand, and that's why we are manifesting on a global scale. Money is because we want to represent, we want to have something that we can understand physically what is the way we are and the way we are exchanging ourselves. And you know, when you start attracting soul clients, you know, we have this concept of people who not just give you money, but they make you feel fulfilled, you know, they make you feel like, oh my God, there's something special about these people. You feel like it's more than just clients, you know, they make you feel connected to your soul. And on the opposite, we have these people who are working in companies or even for on themselves, and they feel like their clients are like sucking away their soul. You know, we can see the difference. We feel that the money is being received in a different way. There's gratitude within the exchange. You know, I feel a lot of gratitude from my client. They give me the money with gratitude. There's no hesitation. It's like, oh, I really feel like I had a sales call today. And the guy didn't have any hesitation. There was no resistance. He felt like, okay, I feel like it's working, you know. So that's where we are. We are in a stage where how are we making the relationship with the other easy? And that's really what makes the transaction easier. If the people trust you, they will just send you the money that you want. So now we can ask ourselves, what can we do in order to energetically within ourselves create that exchange of energy in a more positive way, in a way that they feel good about it. Because that's all I do in my life is I want to make people feel good. And they, on in return, they want to mirror that and they want to make me feel good. And they give me something that I need to feel good, which in this case is money. I need money to be able to pay my bills, to pay my coaches. And well, that makes me happy in a way because it's removing the stress. You know, I was giving the example of my landlord. My landlord is very stressed about the rent. And last month I paid the rent one day before. He had a smile. It was like, oh my God. Like every week he's sending me a message. Don't remember, you're gonna be have to pay the rent at the end of the month. And I'm like, yeah, you don't have to remind it to me because I know I'm gonna pay it. But the day I paid him one day before, he was like, oh my God, I don't have. He was expecting the next day to stress about it. You know, his nervous system was already ready to stress about it. And how many people do you know, or even yourself, have been stressed about when is the money coming? Yeah, I've been there, you know, and I'm still there sometimes, you know, like when is the money coming? The more we learn to not feel that stress, the easier it is to take the action to make it come. Because we have one power, and it's the power to focus. That's what your conscious self only can do that, you know. Your conscious self can only focus and make decisions and short decisions. Like 95% of your processing power is being taken away by your subconscious, which does everything into matter. So to make it simple, with your conscious self, you observe the world and you compare. We say we should not compare ourselves, but that's the only thing we do. When whoever is watching this, you know that my beard is not the same beard as the one of Nathaniel. And everybody, when you enter a room, the first thing you do in a split second, you scan everybody and you look at who is the most like you. And these are the first people you're gonna talk to. When you see people wearing the same kind of clothes as you in a big room where there's 100 people, oh, these people probably they like the same thing as me. Like if I see someone with a t-shirt with the Om logo on it, I'm like, oh, this guy probably meditates. He's gonna be my friend. So we compare ourselves all the time. And with our conscious self, we compare ourselves to people who are more wealthy. And I'm like, hey, that person feels good about money. I don't. What's the difference between me and him? He's a human being. I'm a human being. What does he do that makes him more comfortable, more calm? And we often speak about modeling people. So how can I model this? How can I model the calmness that someone has about money? How can I model the feeling of spaciousness that this person feels about money? Because money gives you spaciousness. When you know that you can live 30, 60, 90 days without having to work, but still being able to provide for yourself, doing whatever you want, that gives you a feeling of spaciousness, right? It's not just power of, I can influence others with some paper, which is kind of fun sometimes. Uh, you have spaciousness. You know that you have that safety. You can move through time without having to worry about your needs being met. And that is a very good feeling that I wish to a lot of people because I've been to places. A few years ago, I've been kicked out 3 times in a row. I was in such a state of stress. I was making the choice between the laundry, the gasoline, and the food. That was my choice. Like, I was like, okay, what am I gonna sacrifice this week? Like, I need to put some gasoline. Okay, I'm gonna put $10 in the gasoline. I'm gonna buy $10 of Aiki noodles that I'm gonna cook with the boiler. It was it was crazy. Or I would have to go to the laundry and put some coins into the machine and get my laundry clean. And I was so stressed. Yet today, I have food in the fridge, I have a place to live, all my monthly bills are paid. And I know that even if I'm not working for the next 2 weeks, I'll be able to make more money because I know how to feel good about it. And I know what is the power that I have that I can exchange with people. And all I did really is ask myself, how do these people think, feel, and behave? And I'm pretty lucky because when I was living in Bali, I lived for some time with some multimillionaires. And all they were doing was waking up, looking if the waves were good. And if the waves were good, they would go surfing. And then, they would go by their day according to that. But what I realized is that they felt very calm. They felt very calm, very peaceful. And I spend most of my time learning how to be in that state of peace. And what I've realized is that every time we're thinking about something, we are manifesting. And it's not that we are not good at manifestation. Everybody is so amazing at manifestation. But the problem is that we're manifesting so many conflicting ideas at the same time that what we really want to manifest is not happening. And this call here is really about making some space within yourself. Create a blank canvas within your life. So then you can start drawing whatever you really want. And probably money is going to be on that picture. But what you have to draw before is the state of mind, state of peacefulness, and recognizing your new identity. Because you cannot have you cannot have the new thing by doing the same things or by feeling the same way, clearly, because you can do sales, but if you do sales feeling stressed, people won't do it. And I remember, I was doing sales on the sidewalk in front of a restaurant at 6 in the morning. I was catching the Wi-Fi of the restaurant, and I had calls with people in California, and I was just like there sitting on the sidewalk, and I was just so stressed. I was just like, one sale will allow me to breathe for 2 weeks, and I had sometimes one or two sales, but so much stress. And then I just realized that I could decide to feel better just right now. In this moment, as you are listening to the sound of my voice, nothing is preventing you to decide to feel good. Just feel good. Now, as we are not so many here in the call, I feel like making a round table and see what is on the top of your mind, and what would you want to get from the call, from like this experience we're gonna go through in a moment. Nat, do you want to start?
I'd be happy to. Thank you for the invitation, Asha. And I just want to give, I wish I would have introduced you because I feel like you're such a gifted man and caring, heart-centered, loving man. And I can say that your meditations and your hypnosis that I've done have really um, helped me to create more of that space. And I feel it's an important part of my journey in, like you said, just feeling good. And I really appreciate what you said about that we're all good manifestors, but we have conflicting beliefs, ideas that get in the way. So for me, um, simply feeling peace and clarity, knowing what gifts that I'm here to offer to the people that I'm here to serve, and having a clear connection and resonance with those individuals, to me, is what makes my heart sing, because I have experienced what you're talking about, working with those soul aligned clients, and it's like so rewarding to be in a circle, even if it's just two people with that kind of flow. And it's, to me, to see others grow and to know that I've contributed to them is just so valuable, and it makes the money feel so much bigger and better than it would if it was not in resonance. So for me, it's that. It's clarity of flow and being a being visible to, like, magnetically visible to the people that I'm meant to serve on a soul level. That's what I would love. Thank you.
So you want to reconnect more with your gift, and being that place of abundance where you can give your gift. And by giving that gift, you attract these soul clients that are just so grateful, and the more you're matching at the right level these people, the more the exchange is positive, because they feel, oh my God, this guy is helping more. Like he's helping me so good, like really it is the Cinderella shoe syndrome, like, yeah, you put that and you're like, oh, it fits so well, it's perfect fit, it's not a question of like yes or it's like yes or no. I mean, it's very binary. It's like, yes, this guy is a perfect fit, and every time you have a session with them, you're like, oh my God, I feel good because what I'm sharing feels so natural and easy, and what they're receiving is so powerful for them. So that's very beautiful. So what do you believe that right now you're not there?
I feel like I am there in some ways, but I feel like for me, the master key is consistency, to always be there. So I'm not going into any form of doubt or any stress, as you said, and just staying open and allowing my light to shine in those spaces where I'm called to.
Allowing your light to shine. This is I think, no, because I know you for a few months already. It's not that you're not doing what you are meant to do. It's that you're not shining your light enough. Because a lot of, and myself too, we have that light and we shine it like a little bit. Oh, look, it's shining. And then we're like, oh no, it's gonna attract people. And what do we have to do? It's just shiny. It's so bright that it's just illuminating everybody, and people get blinded by it. And we were scared of blinding people with our light because like, oh my God, it's not a question of is your power within you. It is. It's nowhere else. It is only within you. Is Can you let it go? Can you let it out of you?
I am 100% willing to now, and I've come to such a point on my journey where I realize I am the only myself and my own fears and challenges are the only thing that have stopped me from shining. And I I surrender it to the loving intelligence, the unconditional love that you spoke of. It's what I'm here to do, and yeah, I'm the one I've been waiting for. That's how I
You
feel.
are, and you're not the only one waiting for you. The
Mm.
whole fucking world is waiting for that. The whole fucking like like so many people suffer, and you're the only one who can help them because karmically, there's a connection. We come here with a karmic connection, and your soul clients are karmically connected to you, and they're waiting for you to help them. And the moment you start shining that light, you're gonna have these clients. It might be the numbers, the figures you're gonna get might not be the ones that your ego wanted. Your ego might be wanting that kind of amount of money, but then you're gonna have these soul clients coming to you, and you're gonna feel so much better, so much better. How do you know this is a problem right now in your life?
My loved ones are bringing it up because of the
Your loved ones
circumstances.
are bringing it up.
Yeah, and I think about it. So I would say that there's the inner conflict as I'm aware of what is, so whether it's bank account, credit card, and instead of feeling good about what's coming, I think I put too much attention on that and then the unknown. And instead of letting the unknown be expansive, I'm focusing on the it being troublesome,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. It's always like a relationship problem. I started the call saying that it's about the relationship. In your case, it's not the relationship with your clients; it's the fear of being loved by your loved ones.
Mm, mm,
They already love you,
mm,
don't they?
hmm. It's interesting you say that because I've always felt like the deepest core fear of almost everyone that I've worked with is a fear of love, and it's a paradox.
Yeah,
It's a paradox. So
yeah,
yeah,
because
I accept that.
the answer is love.
Hmm.
The answer is love.
Mm,
Fear is a paradox
mm,
because it's not real.
mm.
Can you imagine now your loved ones and feel, sense how much love they have for you right now? Yeah, that's right. Just feel that happening right now. It's just going towards you. So much love for you. Just imagine all of them sending you love. I know that usually we imagine ourselves sending love to people, but here, just imagine you receiving that love. And just imagine the ego version of you who believes that this love doesn't exist. You don't deserve it. And just put it there in the picture so it sees how much love they have for you.
Mm,
And not just today, but since the beginning of your life.
mm. Wow.
It's beautiful now.
Mm. I notice something subtle, and I've heard it described as a
Just stay in that energy for a while.
okay.
Like just get used to it. See how much
Mm,
you want to share things. Like right now, this is for you, this moment.
mm,
This moment is just for you. I know it's unusual to have, like that much love for you. I really want you to anchor this feeling within your body. I was thinking about the idea of falling in love. And maybe love is heaven. And we felt from heaven onto earth. And maybe falling in love is bringing that love from heaven onto earth. That's right. Bring some more love onto earth. Just enjoy this feeling. I'm gonna have a chat with Faith now. Faith, are you with us?
I'm here.
Hey, Faith.
Hi.
So as we are only three, we have so much more time for making it more personalized.
Yeah.
Are you open to share a little bit about more yourself?
Yeah. I mean, everything that, like, honestly, not just, but honestly, the visibility, the magnetism, I resonated really, like, deeply with what you were saying about being in
Mhm.
a position where every day is worry about money. And even though I had clients, I have been in scarcity for almost 2 years now. Um, and over the last 6 months, just stressing out really bad about, um, I mean, today's Thursday. It was hitting me on Wednesdays, and like half of my week was taken up from Wednesday to Friday or Wednesday to Sunday, um, because my rent is due every week on Friday. And so just stressing out about it. Am I going to be able to pay my rent? And who do I have to ask for help? And I hate asking for help. And is a client going to come through? Is money going to come through? And like just stressing out massively about it. And my whole nervous system shutting down, my body, my mind, my everything, just completely going into like absolute freeze and panic and flight and fight. And I mean, my nervous system just completely being inflamed, if you will, like on fire with I don't know where rent is coming from, and I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be homeless and die. And so um it's not that bad right now. So while I'm out of that, I've been trying to calm my nervous system. Um and I don't want to push for clients. I want to be in a position where I can pull clients magnetically in. Like that's a word that really resonated with what Nathaniel was saying, because like I want to be in a position where I'm just talking about what I do instead of like pushing and pushy sales tactics or like pushing people into what I offer. And so the other issue has been visibility. I um, every week I've been working a little bit more just to come to terms with like what the last um, 7 years have been in my life, and realizing like the impact that gaslighting has made on my confidence, my willingness to be uh, visible and to put myself out there, um, like to fully put myself out there. Um, and I just don't want to be walking in this level of fear anymore.
Yeah, you're totally right, and you totally deserve to end this cycle of fear and be more trusting that the money will come and you don't have to know how it will.
Yeah.
You don't have to know. Trust means that you don't have to know where it comes, but you know it will come. And it is a difficult situation, and what you can focus on is really what you can give more than what you're losing, because we're always spending something. We're spending time, we're spending energy, and we're focusing on how much we're spending. We're looking at something that's always going down. But when we put the focus on what we can give, we're looking at something that's infinite. And in your case, it is infinite. The resources you have, the skills you have are infinite. You can always give them as long as you're alive. As I always say that my ability to coach people or to hypnotize people is virtually infinite. Because as long as I am alive, I can hypnotize people.
Yeah.
This, I'm connecting to infinite abundance within myself. And you have that too within yourself.
Yeah, I do.
And I
I
also see
do.
that you mentioned something that you hate asking for help and you worry about paying the rent. So these also are a connection to relationships. Asking for help, we feel better when we have that, I would say, transactional, like I'm giving you this and you give me that. But I believe that your clients are helping you. And in a way, you're not scared of asking for help. You're asking to receive help for just the sake of you existing.
Yeah.
Because when you ask for help without anything in return right away, what you're saying is like, help me exist. And you deserve to exist because you exist right now. I'm wondering, what is really the problem here in all of that? Because it seems that you have experience, you have a business, and you know how to take care of you. So what is the part of you that believes there's need to be a problem?
Um, that's a good question.
Just dig within yourself. Whatever answer comes to you is probably the right one. Faith?
Yeah, I think what's coming through is kind of like there's a pattern of stability and then some decision or something happens that creates instability again. And even though I'm unstable right now, I would say that I'm not stable right now.
Mm,
Um, and there's been a lot of thoughts around, okay, what made me stable in this location and at this time in my life? What made
mm,
me stable by the time that I moved through the instability that happened after that? Like, what was it that made me stable? Like, what stabilized? And then what happened that like shook the stability? Okay, then
mm,
I got stable, and then this happened. And so then there was more instability. And it wasn't just I am in a place where I can just be comfortable, because I think I'm always waiting for like what's what's going to come next after I start getting comfortable. So even though I'm not comfortable right now, what is the next move that's going to make me comfortable, but then what's coming after it that's going to shake my world again?
yeah.
There's no
So,
like consistent, I can be
mm,
stable.
mm, stability. You know, life is a movement, and we flow through life like a ship sails on the ocean. And sometimes, we can be facing hard winds. And if these hard winds come to us and we don't open the sails, we might get stuck. But if you open the sail, the wind will push you forward and allow you to move out of that place where you will be able to breathe that fresh air that is coming to you.
Right. And then my question is, what sale have I not opened that would push me through this?
Well, that answer will come to you in the right moment. But what you have to understand is that you have ideas coming to you. You have a strong intuition that comes to you. And when you listen to this intuition, you listen to what is the most powerful within you, that knowledge that is within you, that is telling you what's happening, what's truly happening within your life. And only you know what's happening there. And when you trust, when you have faith within your intuition, I can tell you, you start taking different actions. Hey, Danner,
Hey Asha, how are you doing?
very good. We're gonna do a hypnosis session in the coming moments. But as we're not so many, I was asking questions to people to understand what do they want to unlock within their mindset in order to move forward. And it seems that right now, really like the common theme is to connect with their own gifts and being able to manifest soul clients, people who will feel so aligned with what we do that they would just be so grateful for every moment we give them. So I wonder, what is on your mind right now? What is something that you would like to change within your life?
Um, well, something that's on my mind, which I'm already after, and I don't think it needs that much change, but some adjustments, is that creating an engaged atmosphere in my community. I'm trying to do that, think about how to do that, and yeah, think of ways to engage people to grow the community in a manner that there are friends and not strangers.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think Faith, she is a community architect and she does work with that. So she would have an amazing answer to you, and I think you guys can connect. But for now, we're speaking especially in terms of finances. Do you have like any blocks regarding finance? Do you want to make more clients? Do you have like an income goal that you want to reach?
Yes, I'm also after getting the first clients, which we
Hmm.
talked about
Yes.
with the offer that we just refined.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I'm reaching out to people. I'm not being pushy. I did send out the DMs that we
Beautiful.
promised in the last call, but
Beautiful.
yeah, I didn't have a lot of people to, cold DM. I didn't send 20. I said 10. I sent 10.
That's very good.
Because again, I didn't want to be pushy, and also I haven't interacted with so many people on the DMs to be able to
Hmm.
just, easily pick 20 people.
Okay. Well,
But
that's
yeah,
very good. I
yeah,
I
we're
I recognize your effort, and doing effort is more than what you have to do, you know. And the more you will do effort, the more you will feel good about doing it.
exactly, just organic engagement, even in the post that you mentioned me today. I talked with some people and I'll be waiting for their responses. And
Okay.
so I wanted to just be organic, organic getting to know each other and them being
Mm-hmm.
exposed to what I do in terms of my
Yeah.
offer and my community. And then things can escalate naturally from there.
Yes. Yes. Okay. It seems that you are on the right path. It's just a question of like putting in the reps and getting more confidence into reaching out to people, and also, you know, like sometimes not being afraid to uh, get someone goes to you because they don't like your offer. You know, we get used to, you know, like offering things to people and then being rejected, but that's very okay. You know what I think is amazing, Faith, is that I just told you that you don't need to know where the clients will come, and just Danner is saying that, you know, he is doing the things that you're solving, you know. So everywhere we can find clients at any point of the day. And if we just, you know, live life in the best way, the clients will come to us. And if we're just open to see them in front of us, things happen. So if there is no questions or remarks, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the hypnosis now. And we're gonna do a hypnosis in order for you to connect the gift that is within your heart and send that message to the universe so it attracts your soul clients, the people who will be grateful to work with you, who will feel natural, who will feel easy. Okay? In order
Sure,
to
let's do
begin,
it.
what I want you guys to do is to find yourself very comfortable within your seat and gently place your hands onto your laps. In a moment, you will enter a deeper state of trance. And the only reason you want to enter a deeper state of trance is because within that state of trance, you will connect with the part of you that is doubting of your ability to attract clients, the part of you that doesn't know how to control the client acquisition. And I want you to just notice that one of your hands feels different than the other. Just notice that one of your hands feels different than the other. And when you notice which of your hands feels different, you can gently allow yourself to fully internalize this experience. Because by focusing on the sound of my voice, you will have a tremendous experience, an experience that will guide you into the change that you came looking for. The process of letting go that you know pretty well, a process that will allow you to feel confident, trusting, that will allow you to match your skills to your client. You will easily and naturally, like your breathing, recognize who are the people who need your skills, the people who want your skills and the people who are ready to receive your gifts. And as you notice that there is a tingling sensation within your hand, you can allow it to spread from your hands to your forearms, your arm, your shoulder, and your whole body, taking over your whole being and allowing you to feel fully immersed into a self-trance. There, your subconscious is already initiating the process of transformation that is now inevitable for you. You start feeling that the process is taking you into understanding what was preventing you from attracting your soul clients, the clients that will be so grateful for your work, so happy and so easy to get. In fact, in the coming days, in the coming hours, you will start noticing new ideas coming to you, and you will take action, massive action upon these ideas. And when you will receive this idea and take action upon them, you will realize that you are now living a new life. You are now on a new timeline, a new path that will take you inevitably into generating stable and safe income in such a way that you will feel free financially. You will feel that you can make decisions that are good for you, and you will feel stress-free. You will feel calm. You will feel abundant. You will feel abundant and comfortable within your life. Each and every day, the level of your comfort will raise the same way that you are breathing now. Now I want you to notice, just notice that your eyelids and just your eyelids are so relaxed that even if you tried opening them, no matter how much you try, you wouldn't be able to open them. And only when you have the absolute certainty that no matter how much you try, no matter how hard you try, you wouldn't be able to open them at that moment, and that moment only. Give them a test. And when you notice that you can't open them, stop testing. And that's right. That's very good. Now I want you to bring back your awareness onto your hands and notice that they too feel so relaxed. It's so relaxed and heavy that even if you try moving them, even if you try lifting them, no matter how hard you tried, no matter how much you try, you wouldn't be able to move them. And once again, when you have the absolute certainty that no matter how much you try, you wouldn't be able to move them, give them a test. And when you notice that they're stuck, stop testing. And allow this sensation of pure surrender, of full body relaxation to take over your whole body and being, allowing you to let go even more. Now you can feel that your brain is disconnecting from the movements of your body, and only what needs to be active will remain active. And you are now able to direct all your attention and all your energy into the transformation that needs to happen. And you start feeling energy moving through your body. There is a massive amount of energy that is moving through your body. That energy is healing you at the deepest level. Now your subconscious is showing you the memories, the emotions, whatever was creating a story within your life, a story that made you feel stuck, that frustrated you. And now you can resolve this story. You can resolve these emotions simply and naturally, like you're breathing. And as you can notice your breathing, you can notice that the change you came looking for is occurring now. You can notice that the emotions, the tensions, the stress, the pain that was within your life is evaporating, is being removed, erased from who you are, allowing you to make space. A lot of spaciousness is entering now your body, entering your life, and you feel good about it. You feel very good. Now you can notice, you can observe your ability, your capacity to create your life the way you want with your own mind. And that's right. You can now notice that you have the capacity to create your own life with your mind. And you have the power to move mountains, to rearrange the structure, the fabric of the universe in order to have whatever you want. And that's right. So now just get conscious of this power. Because in a moment, not quite yet, but in a moment, I'll ask you to open and close your eye. And when you do so, you'll go 5 times deeper into a self-trance. And there you will find that all remaining traces of your old identity are being fully erased, removed from your being in such a way that you will then create a new identity, an identity that thinks, feels, and behave in the way you know you need in order to attract your soul clients. You will be more authentic. You will be more natural. It feels good for you to be that new person. So now that you know exactly what will happen, now that you have the certainty that it will happen upon awakening, simply open your eyes. That's right. That's very good. And now close them again and go 5 times deeper into a self-trance. There where your subconscious is showing you that all remaining traces of your old identity have been removed. And now you have a new way, a new ability to create a new identity, an identity that is attracting soul clients. And you will feel a special energy, a special feeling when you will attract your soul clients. That's right. You will feel special when you will be in front of these soul clients. And now your subconscious is showing you exactly how it feels to be in front of a soul client. And it shows you exactly what you have to do, what you have to say. And you will simply start thinking, feeling, behaving, and speaking in the way you know you need to attract your soul clients. And you will attract soul clients, and you will be equipped with the certainty that the money you need will come to your life naturally and easily, like you're breathing. And as you have now the certainty that you can listen to the sound of my voice, you have now the certainty that you can have soul clients, people who will pay you what you need to live a decent life, a comfortable life, a life where you have more money than necessary. That's right. That's very good. Now that you know what will happen and what won't happen, once again, we will activate all the previous incoming suggestions at a deeper level. And that will happen once again simply by opening and closing your eyes. And when you will do this, you will fully step into your new identity, and your subconscious will rearrange the order of priority, the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you behave, in such a way that upon awakening, you will be this new person, and you will be able to behave this way naturally. So now that you know exactly what will happen, that you have the certainty that it will happen, simply open your eyes. And that's very good. Very good. Now close them again. And allow yourself to now start embodying your new identity, the identity that is generating, creating soul clients within your life, and just start living this life naturally. That's right. Now I will allow you to process at a deeper level all the changes in order for them to become permanent. And when you have the absolute certainty that the change that you came looking for, the transformation is permanent, only at that moment you can open your eyes and start living and attracting your soul clients. And that's right. Okay, Faith, you can come back to this present moment, and if there's something that you need to process, it will be processed during your sleep. So now you can just open your eyes and start feeling alive and confident.
Thank you.
My pleasure. So I recommend you guys to take 20 to 30 minutes of rest right now as we went through a powerful process. It is better to take some time, drink plenty of water, and just let your intuition guide you in the coming days because your intuition knows exactly how it feels, how to think, and how to behave in order to attract your soul clients because these are people you will attract by being authentic. And your authentic self will attract the people who resonate with you.
I'd like to just make a moment to thank you sincerely, Asha. Thank you for being a blessing and a light in our world. And I know that this will reach whoever it needs to reach. And um, we'll be sure to put your Instagram and a link to your school community as well in the notes. Really appreciate who you are and your gifts. And thank you for offering such a beautiful process for all of us journey today. Um, is there, I'd just like to open it if there's anything that anyone would like to share before we close the circle.
Well, it seems like everybody is processing now. Blessing and yeah, blessing and grace to all. Thank you everybody for doing this because the more we work on ourselves, the better the world we do, because we can only give what we have, and we have love within ourselves, we can give love. If we have hate within ourselves, we can give hate. So the more we open ourselves to abundance and to love, the more we can give love and abundance, and that is a big part of my mission here.
Mm. Thank you so much, Asha. The beautiful
Thank
mission.
you.
Thank
My
you, brother.
pleasure.
Thank you, Faith and Danner, for joining as well, and to all of our listeners who are joining in other spaces. Blessings and all the best to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye for now. Well, that was a good one, man. Thank you for making this happen.
Yeah, my pleasure, Asha.